Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Here is my Jamaican Coco Bread, spicy beef and Callaloo vegan pies. So I'm getting started here. I have a bowl of waxy potatoes that I've boiled and peeled. Here they are in the mixer. I don't have a potato masher or a ricer, so I just toss them in the mixer to mash the potatoes. And so as you can see, the potatoes come right together. I didn't have to add anything other than a little bit of salt, of course, and they're ready to go. I'm just going to put these in another bowl and set them aside for later. All right, and here are the ingredients for the filling. So I have here what would have been Callaloo, but is actually Swiss Chard. So I'm separating the Swiss Chard leaves from the stems and just getting a rough chop on the leaves. And I'm going right back through and doing the same thing with the stems. I have here an onion. I'm just going to get another, about a medium dice on the onion. Here's some fresh garlic. Now, if you don't want to use the Swiss chard, you can also use spinach, or you can go ahead and buy the canned Callaloo. I was looking for it fresh, but I couldn't find it. I found plenty of Swiss chard, so I decided to go with that. Green onions. And our red chili pepper with the seeds. All right, and into a saute pan, I'm just going to start off with my onion, peppers, and scallions. Once those red peppers, that red chili pepper starts sauteing, it really hits your nose, so be aware of that. I have here about 1.5 teaspoons of tomato paste, and I just added a 1/2 teaspoon of thyme, a little splash of water, probably the equivalent of about a full cup of water, 2 cups of the vegan veggie grounds. Here are the Swiss chard stems, a little bit more water, and this cooked maybe about 15 to 18 minutes. I really allowed the flavors to come together, and then at the end I toss on the Swiss chard leaves and just kind of cook them down. This took maybe about 2 to 3 minutes. Give it a quick toss, make sure it's cooked, and then you're ready to put the finishing touches on your filling. Oh, I'm sorry, and there is 1/2 teaspoon of Jamaican jerk seasoning and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. But be careful with the salt because the veggie grounds have a bit of salt in them as well. So as you can see, I've added our potatoes from earlier, and this is optional depending on what kind of texture you like. I add potatoes for a more hearty feeling, especially for doing vegan meal prep. Get nice and full from one patty or from one little pie. And as you can see here, this is my cocoa bread dough. If you would like the recipe or would like to see how I make it, I have a cocoa bread video. You can just swing right over and watch that and see the full recipe on how I make it. And it's really, really simple. It's vegan, there's no eggs added. So as you can see, I'm just rolling out the dough here. Just a bit of filling in the middle, and I am going to fold it. And a roll. Just a fold, a tuck, and a roll. Really easy. And these, they may look little, but they are very filling. What does the trick is the potatoes. All right, so just allow them to proof up. Hit them with a bit of water. Sesame seeds on top, and into the oven at 425 for about 12 minutes, 8 to 12 minutes, and they're ready to go. As you can see, the bread is very, very soft. It has an amazing aroma to it, so you definitely want to use this recipe. And you can pre-make these, pop them in the freezer, especially if you do the vegan meal prep. It's really, really simple. And that's it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.